Hello everyone, welcome to your next 7 days reading for each zodiac sign. So these are timeless messages from Spirit for each zodiac sign for your next 7 days. Let's get started. Hello Gemini. So the overall energy for your next 7 days is Armadillo Spirit with set healthy boundaries. We've got where this is playing out or how this is playing out in your life is compassion. And then the additional messages from Tarot, we've got the Page of Swords, Justice, and the Ten of Pentacles. So your overall energy is set healthy boundaries. And I think in order to be able to set healthy boundaries, we need to be able to understand what a boundary is. So boundary is not building a wall around you. It's not pushing people away. Building a healthy boundary is saying, this is what I need. And then opening the door for the person and saying, does that work with you? Yes or no. So you're not controlling a person, you're giving somebody a choice. You might say to your partner, look, I really need to live overseas. I want to live overseas. Is that something that you can envision? Because that's something that I want to do now in my life. Now your partner can go, oh yeah, okay, let's go. Or your partner might go, it's not for me. And then you'll go, well, I'm going to go. So setting healthy boundaries is authentically aligning with yourself and wanting to do something that is aligned with that and that fulfills you. I think Spirit's also saying, look at the boundaries that you've set. Are they healthy? Or are they ultimatums? Are they a way that you control people or manipulate people? Because a lot of the times we think we're setting boundaries when actually we're manipulating. We don't say, I'm going to do this. If you want to follow, follow, and if you don't, that's okay. We kind of go, well, if you want to be with me, you have to do this. It's very different energy. So I think Spirit is really calling you to see what boundaries have you set and what are the reasons. Because Spirit's also just brought to my attention, setting a boundary is not making a plan. So for instance, let's go back to when I said you're saying to your partner, I want to live overseas. Now, if you're setting a boundary like that, that means living overseas is more important to you than being with your partner. Let's get that part clear, okay? Making a plan or bouncing ideas off your partner is, your boundary is your partner is more important to you than anything else. So then you might say, I've really been thinking about living overseas. Is that something that you have ever considered or would ever consider? And they might come back and go, I've never thought about it. Oh, where? How would we do? And then you start bouncing ideas. That's not a boundary. And if your partner is your priority, you would never set a boundary by saying to them, I need to go and live overseas. I'd love you to come, but it's something that I need to do. So you're basically telling them, if they don't want to live overseas, you will live overseas without them. So it's important to see, here's trouble. It's important to see, you set a boundary for something in you that is very, very strong. Very, very It's in alignment with who you are, and it's what you want to achieve. Oh, it's never easy with these cats. Let me just get that cord out of the way now. I just open the door for him. So be very mindful about what boundaries you are setting. Because if your partner is the most important thing, if you go, well, I'm going to set a boundary with him and that's what's going to make him come over. No. Setting a healthy boundary is basically, I'm going overseas and you're opening the door to him. You can come or you can stay. But for me, my need now, my dream, my goal, where my soul is calling me to, is to go to that other country. There's an important message in there for you, Gemini. And then where this is playing out, or how this is playing out, is in compassion. And the card says, as you pray each day for greater compassion, a new self is born, drawing new people and experiences. Dear Lord, help me feel ever deepening self-acceptance. May I see myself as you see me. This is where your boundaries are going to happen. In this greater understanding of yourself, in your ever deepening sense of self-acceptance. We make boundaries, we set healthy boundaries from a place of love, compassion, and a need to align with our authentic self. That's what a healthy boundary is. And I think you're going to come at this with compassion. As long as you understand this healthy boundary, my friend, I feel you're going to really embrace this compassion, and I feel it leads you to the Ten of Pentacles. Real happiness. And I feel with the Tarot here is saying, first you need to get clear about you. This Page of Swords has accepted the Ace of Swords, which is the sword of clarity, the sword of knowledge, the sword of understanding, a new idea. And I feel that, let's say this new idea, this clarity on what you want or who you want to be now, comes to you. That then, with Spirit, because this is a major arcana, so this is how Spirit co-creates with us. This is how Spirit, the part that Spirit plays. So you've gotten this great idea that you're kind of still looking at and going, okay, this has really sparked something in me. What can I do with this? Like, how do I move forward? Like, what does this even mean for me and my life? And those questions that it sparks in you bring you to the Justice. So I feel like you're going to be really asking really important questions, deep questions. And I feel that brings you more truth and understanding. I feel that brings you more in alignment with who you are now. It brings things into balance, what you want and who you are, in balance with mind, body and spirit. And there's a truth behind this Justice card. You're not doing this to look important. You're not doing this so people will be like, oh wow, look what she's doing, look what he's doing. You're doing this because it's your truth. It's your calling. And there's an element here, very big element here, that guiding you is Spirit, your higher self. And this energy is leading you to happiness in a place that you'll be happy in, with people that you'll be happy in. It leads to abundance. This is, total abundance, whatever that means for you. And this is building something, moving towards something that has growth in it, has longevity in it. This card can also symbolize, the Ten of Pentacles can also symbolize leaving an inheritance, like building a company, building resources, or a home that then you can leave to those after. Maybe building a service that long after you're gone will still be in play, will still be helping somebody, like a book even. We read so many books and the authors have passed away a long time ago, but they still bring joy or information, or they're still of service, aren't they? Whether they're fulfilling a boring plane flight, or whether they're inspiring us to be better, or inspiring us to dream, whatever it is. But it leads to something with longevity. And that's where you're moving towards, Gemini. These next 7 days, I feel like you're right at the beginning. I think Spirit is showing you where this leads, because sometimes when we have a little bit of a heads up, it does give us a little bit of courage, doesn't it, to keep moving. But most important for you is looking at really what you want now, and being aligned with yourself, and compassionately setting your boundaries, honest, healthy boundaries. I'm going to leave you with those messages, Gemini. Love, light and blessings, my friends. See you next time. Bye-bye.